Peter Van Onselen, what's going on in the state of WA?
You tell me. It's a debacle. You're a former Labor Premier in New South Wales. You must have contacts over there. This is ridiculous.
Look, honestly, the people I've spoken to today don't really have much sense of what's happening. It does seem to be utter
I'll tell you what's
madness.
happened. Stephen Smith, a colleague of mine at UWA, not in the same building, thankfully, with what I'm about to say, has been sitting in an office by himself for too long.
You think that's it? You think it's a rush of blood to the head?
Well, it's not a rush of blood to the head. He's been wanting this for years, right? Like the rumours of him wanting to move.
Being a minister in the federal parliament wasn't enough for him.
But the rumours of him moving into state politics have been around for years, and he's always been prepared to fan it, and he's fanning it now. But he's got, like, on one hand, the number of people that are backing him, and nobody will even name who they are.
No.
I know who they are. I'll name them shortly if no one else does. They're fringe dwellers in the WA Labor Party, absolute fringe dwellers. Even Smith's good mate, Kim Beazley, who's also good mates with Mark McGowan, won't come out and endorse Smith because he thinks it's a stupid manoeuvre, is my understanding. Yep. So you've got this ridiculous situation where the main rival to McGowan, Alana McTiernan, who's resigning from federal politics, thinks it's stupid. The heir apparent after McGowan, his shadow treasurer, Ben Wyatt, thinks it's ridiculous. The leader in the Legislative Council thinks it's ridiculous. You ring any WA Labor MP and they think it's ridiculous. Federal MPs so far for the Labor Party haven't had the guts to say it's ridiculous, but we'll see if Tony Burke breaks that mould shortly. This is, because they were colleagues with Stephen Smith, you know. Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't even know where to start here. No, McGowan's ahead in the polls.
It's madness.
His personal ratings are ahead. His personal ratings are ahead of Colin Barnett. Smith calls a media conference.
Yeah, what was that yesterday? Let me call a media conference.
Yesterday. What about today, Christina? He calls a media conference. He says the issues are too great. We need to make a change here. Smith's only ministerial experience is in areas that have nothing to do with running a state. He was Defence Minister, where, by the way, the Defence Department thought he was pathetic, and he was Foreign Minister, where he was probably pretty good, but he didn't get to do any of it because Kevin Rudd did it all as Prime Minister, and he's got no experience in state-based issues, as he enunciated accidentally in that media conference. I mean, I am blown away that he would do this.
I can't wait.
It's worse than that, though. It's worse. It gets worse. This is like a Demtel ad. There's more. This guy, Smith, had so much respect as the person in the Labor right that had the guts to stand up to Brian Burke, split the factions, set up the new right. It probably cost him the Labor leadership at the federal level at one point in time, frankly. But he splits the faction to walk away from Burke. Who's now spruiking him? John Haldon, a former Burkeite, who says that, and this is the best bit, this is my favourite part of it all. This is my favourite part of the whole thing. John Haldon's reason why Mark McGowan has to go is because he's not flamboyant enough.
Oh, yes.
Have you met Stephen Smith? The guy is one of the most dour politicians I have ever come across in my life.
I mean, if you look up in the dictionary, flashy, sparkling.
Picture of Stephen Smith.
Absolutely.
Get on Wikipedia right now and put a picture of Stephen Smith next to flashy or flamboyant and screenshot it. Because it's the only way it's going to happen. I mean, I am blown away by this.
It's classic shoot yourself in the foot territory, isn't it? Because if he's successful, he immediately loses half the front bench, you would have thought, will have to go, or stand there looking like lemmings, you know, backing in the guy they didn't really
look ridiculous.
They look ridiculous.
It's worse than that. He's not in the parliament.
No.
There's no way to get him in the parliament. It's not the same as Campbell Newman, where you had a mechanism to get him in. He's not in the parliament, and the leadership structures in the Labor Party in WA, which have been changed, would require a drawn-out ballot if McGowan stands up to him, which he surely will. Well, yes. Which means that it gets in the road of what? Oh, that little thing called the federal election, where Bill Shorten wouldn't mind a bit of unity. They're trying to pick up seats in Western Australia. They're trying to pick up seats in Western Australia.
Not just pick up seats, they actually have to defend the seats that they currently
hold. They've lost all three of their candidates.
So thanks a lot, Stephen. You've really helped out the Labor cause
if he's so keen on a political career, they had three vacancies for federal seats. He could come back into politics.
Something he knows something about, federal parliament.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There's a good point.
Maybe this is his circuitous route into it. It'd be a totally Machiavellian play. No,
what do you think this is? You think this is his play to get it back into federal politics?
I don't really think that.
You know what? That is so unlikely that it's possible that's what he's thinking.
If that happens, you heard it here first on To The Point.
Anything is possible now.